sad. He says after the sex was over, everyone came home to die. There weren't going to be any more creatures with hundreds and hundreds of terrifying dicks. There weren't going to be any more people fat like animals. There weren't going to be any more B7.
Dead B7! Say 8, damn it! 8 is better!
Okay, don't worry about it. Michael Rosen verse Harrybo's zombie granddad. A long time after the battle with the King of the Foogles was over, I was horrible. All I had for breakfast was 1 raisin and 15 tulips. It was half-past plums and I had to get to Tesco, so I dropped bombs all round the fridge. Then I flew into the air and landed in the street. When I got there, I noticed my friend Harrybo buying stuff. So I said, "Hey, Harrybo." And he turned to me and said, "Hello, Mick." I said, "What are you buying?" And Harrybo said, "A bottle of rum." So I said, "Fair enough." What I didn't know was that he was carrying some revival stuff. So I walked around the shop and found nothing. And then I went and carried to the fridge with me. I was just about to go home and I see Harrybo pouring the stuff on his granddad's grave. Suddenly, a horrible looking zombie rose from the dead. Half his flesh was rotten and he had a skull for a face. Yeah, he was huge. And then he hit Harrybo and revived all the dead people in Britain and turned them into his own army. So I took my M60 and shot down some of the zombies. One zombie tried to fuck me like an animal, but I punched it in the mouth. Kaboom! And who do you think was the first person who happened to help me? Lollipop. Lolly was walking home with a lollipop in her hand. Then she cut into the flesh of a zombie with a lollipop slash. Then I shot a grenade and yelled out, "The deadly Michael Rosen grenade." Then I pulled the pin and threw it at Dave, and then he exploded dead. There's Dave. Hard luck, Dave. Always knew you were a bitch. Then, a few zombies were kicking and spitting on me, and soon some more were punching me. I thought I was going to die. Then, suddenly, a man came to our aid, and it was my dad. He shot the zombies with his G-X blaster, and then he pulled a chunk of plasticine out of his nose and blew up a zombie. Kaboom! Taste the rainbow, motherfuckers! He fought a gold window, and he screamed, "Green for Teddy!" And then he took out a golden arrow and aimed it at Scott. Golden arrow! Final shoot! And then he shot the arrow and killed Scott in a flash. Kaboom! And he said, "Are you alright?" And I said, "Yeah." So we killed the zombie army together with rifles and cherry bombs. While Lollipop cut Richard in half. Then suddenly, bad man came driving and running over all the zombies while screaming, "Giant Kong!" Then he got out of his bad mobile and threw the bad gang at a zombie. And then he punched another one in the neck. Slap! Kaboom! I didn't come here to save you, he said to me. I just want to die. No! Harrybo's granddad was absolutely furious. I'll tell you what he did. He shot lasers out of his eyes and we ran for our lives. But one of the lasers hit me and then I just fell over. So then I woke up a few hours later and found my dad nearly dead. He said, "Beat that zombie dick munch to the grave, Michael." And he gave me a key to this green and he died. So I start to sulk. "What's the matter, Mr. Rosen?" said Harrybo's granddad. And then suddenly, bad man and Lollipop were flying the aeroplane from my battle with the King of the Foogles and slapped him in the right arm. Boom! Ah! And then he was roaring. Bad man got out of the aeroplane and said, "It's all yours, Michael." Then me and the aeroplane combined into the supermarket. I Rosen once more. ass. I get to kick his ass. And so I shot hundreds and hundreds of magic plums at Harrybo's granddad. But he slapped the blade away and bitch slapped me with his left arm. Boom! I punched him in the face and kneed him in the balls. Then I threw him off London and into the pier. And I picked up the blade and flew off to the pier. As we exchanged blows, London overflowed. Suddenly, Harrybo's granddad came and slapped me. He helped me and laser point and said, "Game over, bitch." But I stabbed him in the heart and he just fell over. Then I charged up my blade and can in for one final attack. But Harrybo's granddad wouldn't give up.
Right, that's it, he says. I've had enough.
And then he fired one great big laser. It was powerful, even more than the Fugel brother star plums. I said, "Why do people always fire something at me?" Honestly. And then I yelled out,
Jesus Beam!
and everything was lovely once again. Wonderful. And then me and Lollipop Lolly went home. Suddenly, we found a bad man lying on the ground. And I said, "Are you all right?" And he looks at us all fed up and he says, "Only thing that happened was I got a rotten bump."
And now,